Welcome to Easy Gluten Free. Today I'll be showing our friends at favediets.com how to make these orange olive oil donut holes. Now I was trying to make a copycat version of Dunkin Donut's cake-like munchkins that we all love so much, but I wanted to do them a little healthier. Now we all know that fried donuts just taste better, so I thought about making a dough that was really low in fat and then frying the dough in heart-healthy olive oil. But the flavor of olive oil is quite an obstacle in the dessert realm, so I've borrowed the flavors of Italy's orange olive oil cake, since it's already a popular classic combination. And hence, the upscale orange olive oil donut hole was born. Okay, enough with the background story. To make this we're going to need 1 cup of gluten-free Bisquick. Now if you're not on a gluten-free diet, you can try substituting regular Bisquick, or 1 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. We'll also need 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt, the zest of half an orange, and 1 tablespoon of the freshly squeezed juice. The other half of the orange zest, as well as the rest of the juice, will go into making the glaze, along with 2/3 of a cup of confectioner's sugar. You'll also need enough olive oil to fill your pot with about 1 inch of oil for frying the donuts. Now to make the donuts, first stir together the Bisquick, cinnamon, and sugar. In another small bowl, whisk together the egg, yogurt, the zest of half an orange, and 1 tablespoon of the juice. Now don't forget to zest the whole orange before you juice it. Now using a rubber spatula, stir the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients until everything's well combined. It might be a little hard to mix it and seem a bit crumbly at first, but just keep at it and the dough will come together nicely. Then transfer the dough into a clean bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and refrigerate it for 15 minutes. At this point you can make the glaze by stirring the other half of the orange zest with the remaining orange juice and confectioner's sugar. If it looks too thin, add a little bit more sugar. If it looks too thick, you can always add a drop or 2 of water. When the mixture is smooth and a little thicker than syrup, just set it aside. When you're ready to form the donut holes, gently roll level tablespoonfuls like you would a meatball, and set them aside as you finish them on a plate. Continue rolling until all the donuts are formed. You want them all to be ready before you start the frying, since this step moves very quickly. When they're all formed, let them rest for about 10 minutes. When you're ready to fry the donuts, you'll want to keep the oil temperature just below 320 degrees. Olive oil has a lower smoke point than other oils. If you don't have a thermometer, you might just want to turn the heat lower than you'd normally use for frying. As you drop the donut holes into the oil, try to get pretty close to the surface to prevent splashing. I fried about 6 at a time. Let them fry for just under 2 minutes, or until they're golden brown. Then take them out with a slotted spoon or spider and drain them on paper towels. When they're all done, toss them in the glaze to get them coated and put them on wax paper to dry. I dipped my batch twice, and as they were drying, I continued to rotate them to get more of the dripping glaze back onto the donut holes. Once they're all dry, they're ready to serve. This recipe turned out to be an awesome success. But if for some reason you don't think you'd like the orange olive oil flavor profile, you could always use vegetable oil for the frying and replace the orange juice in the recipe and the glaze with milk and just make plain glazed donut holes. But I think that this version just elevates the donut hole to new heights of deliciousness, so I hope you'll give them a try. And if you'd like to see this recipe in print, you could always visit my blog. And for more free, healthy recipes and tips for virtually any diet, visit my friends at favediets.com. See you again soon.